Welcome, my friends, to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I hope everybody is doing well. I have some information that kind of goes along with the last video regarding Israel being Jerusalem being the capital of Israel, and I caught a lot of heat. They had some people that weren't for some reason, when I talk about Israel and Jerusalem, there's some people out there that do not like Israel, and I've heard about that many times, but I've never really experienced it until I started the channel a while back ago and started doing Christian news. And when the topic of Israel is brought up, or the Jewish people of Jerusalem, there are some people that are angry and make some bad comments regarding that. But you get those. I mean, when I do street ministry, you get a certain amount of people that gets mad when you talk about the gospel. And Jesus was persecuted, so Jesus said, if he's persecuted, we rest assured that we will be persecuted for the faith. But Jerusalem is very dear to my heart. I just visited not too long ago, and the Jewish people treated me with kindness and love, and they were very nice to me. But this is amazing how this article is in lining up with what the topic was yesterday. Out of the Times of Israel, the title reads, Turkey's Erdogan says he hopes to open embassy in East Jerusalem soon. Continuing to rage against Trump recognition of Jerusalem as capital, Turkish leader also warns price will be high if Zionists try to appropriate city. So you see a clear threat there that Turkey has gone against Israel. And Turkey used to be a real close ally of ours, but now they lean in more towards Russia. Let's dive into the article a little bit. Istanbul, Turkey. Turkish President Erdogan expressed hope on Sunday that Turkey would soon be able to open an embassy to a Palestinian state in East Jerusalem, as he again denounced U.S. President Donald Trump's recognition of the city as the Israeli capital. Erdogan has sought to lead Islamic condemnation of his U.S. counterpart's move, calling a summit of leaders of Muslim nations last week in Istanbul, who urged the world to recognize East Jerusalem as the Palestinian capital. See, the fact is that Jerusalem, the whole of Jerusalem, every square inch of Jerusalem is Israel's capital. And our commander-in-chief was stating a simple fact. And he also has caught a lot of heat from that. One thing I'd like to bring to your attention is what it says in Ezekiel 38. You know, how Gog, is going to make his invasion. Now, I like to point out here verse 3. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Now, Tubal here is Turkey. A few years ago, people couldn't figure it out because Turkey was such a close ally of the United States and even friendly with Israel. But they have since turned against the United States and Israel and became real close allies of Russia. So you see in a few videos ago, I went in depth about Ezekiel 38 and how it's coming alive right before our very eyes. And this is a clear sign that Ezekiel 38 is coming alive right before our very eyes. In regards to Jerusalem, Zechariah, the Old Testament prophet, talks about this day and is being fulfilled in today's time. Zechariah 12:3, and in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. So, and you see in that the whole world, even some of our European allies, are going against Israel. And the Bible also states that in the end days, which we're living in, that Israel will be without walls. In other words, walls back in Old Testament, New Testament time used to protect the city. And it says that Jerusalem would be without, and Israel will be without walls, so they would be left with no defense. But God will be their defense. And hey, if I state this at the end of every video lately. If God has touched your heart to subscribe, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. We'll try to do a good job for you. We do not make any money off of Jerusalem's Gate. We do it strictly for the love of the gospel and to get the news out with a Christian perspective. Give me your comments on this. I like to hear your comments, and yes, I do. The last video, I received some negative comments from people that just don't like Israel and don't like the Jewish people, and don't like the fact that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. But give me some of your comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts and reply to you. And with that being said, I'll go ahead and close. I like to keep my videos less than 10 minutes long. You're watching and listening to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. Shalom.